Hi everybody, it's Kathy here and we are joining into the 12 Days of Christmas embellishments using scraps to create fantastic Christmas embellishments. I'm Kathy and today we have to use some plaid to create embellishments like the representation of sitting on a blanket. So I have chosen to do some layered stars, as you can see here in the top corner, and I'm going to put together two of them showing you how the pieces all came together to create that effect. So the first one I'm going to do is I'm using a white background and I'm just going to clear my glue here. I don't know about you, but if it's dry like it here and hot here in Sydney, my glue tends to dry if I just have it sitting there for a little second, and as you can see, this is now clogged up the tube again, so I'm just going to use my awl to clean it out so that I can use it freely on this embellishment. And as I said, that the component that we needed on this one is some plaid, and I've gone with some black and white plaid, which is always nice on a Christmas layout. So I've used my dies and I've used nested stars, and I'm just layering them up to create this layout. It's an embellishment for layouts or cards or wherever you'd like to use them. I'm going to have the one with the plaid outline and one with plaid on the center of the star as well, so that you have the big silver star, and in the center I have a plaid smaller star. So you can see the two different effects that I have created using this guide for this embellishment. I'm using some banners that I've cut out from a Scrapper Sketch printable, and these are beautiful and perfect for this embellishment, and it's allowed me to put the words for Christmas onto the star and layer up this embellishment nicely. So I have got different words for each of them. I've got jolly, believe, hope, joy, and in this one I'm going to add peace and blessed. So I'm just layering those into place. I've cut out some pine boughs in the black to complement the plaid colour here, and these are non-traditional, of course. If I were doing traditional, they would have been in an olive green or an avocado, but I decided that I wanted to go non-traditional colours, and I'm using the black, white, or red and green here to just create an effective embellishment. And as I said, these will either end up on layouts or they'll end up on the front of cards, but they're quick and simple and easy to put together. I have used a small die to create the poinsettias, and I've cut them in red and white. I cut 3 sets of red and 3 sets of white, and I've mixed and matched them together so that you can see that it builds that layered effect with the poinsettia, and also is a focal point on that embellishment. Now these are quite a good size, these stars. They are about, let me just do a quick little measure here. They are approximately 4 inches, about 4 inches by 4 inches in size, and then you add the banner and that makes it a little bit different, that makes it a little bit bigger. But they are a good, decent size, so they're not tiny, and they will be a feature on any page. You could use them as a center cluster piece and build more around them, or you could just have them as a focal piece. So I'm layering up the poinsettias here, and they just sit nicely to the left and highlight the boughs behind them. And I'm using tacky glue here, which I find the best when I'm layering up lots of different layers, because I can still move it around if it doesn't sit in properly. So that's how these have come together. I'm just going to put them there so I can now add the words, which I have run through my Xyron sticker maker, which is so much easier when you're using a thin cut dyed word. I've got some dies that have Christmas words on them, and that's what I've cut these out of on the silver cardstock, and I'm just layering them onto the banner there. And now we have multiple little embellishments that can be used across different things. You could use all of the stars on one double layout. You could use 3 of them to set up 3 clusters. You could have each one on a separate card. You could have one on a layout. So there's lots of options here. They're all different in their structure, but they are using the plaid, and that's representing the requirement for today's embellishment from Ginger's Corner. Now I'm just going to add in some gold stickles here to give it its sparkle, because I like all of my embellishments to have a little bit of a sparkle, particularly Christmas ones. And I'm also going to use the gold to add the dots in for the word joy and believe and jolly, so that they have the dotted letters in place. And I contemplated adding extra onto the banners, but then I decided not to. And as you can see, these are now complete. You can follow all of the other creators on the playlist down below. Ginger has a great range of people who are creating, and it gives you inspiration, gives you ideas that you can create easily from your scraps. Now all of this was from scraps. The banners were off a scrap of the printables that I'd cut out. The poinsettias were cut from scraps. The stars were cut from scraps. So everything on these are from scraps, and they've just turned all of that little scrap pile into something effective and something that can be utilised in a different way. So hopefully something here inspires you to get creative with your scraps. Hope you find some way of using these type of ideas to create embellishments for your layouts and cards. Thanks for watching again. I really do appreciate the time taken out of your day to watch. I do try to zhuzh it up as I go. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Leave me a comment, I'll get back to you. And here's my next recommendation for your next video. Happy scrap. Until next time.